Hi, Alan D, everyone. So I want to talk about the basis in our life, like our foundation, what our life is composed of, and where its source is, like our foundation, who's in our life, the friends and lovers we have in our life, who we bring into our life, who we keep in our life. Do we have toxic forces in our life? Do we have healthy people? And the foundation is our house clean. Like our home is the temple to our body, and our body is the temple to our spirit. So we have to keep our home clean, and we have to keep our body as clean as possible. So the basis could be principles like don't do unto others what you don't want to be done unto you. And if you know something, then you have to act on it. If you know something, you have to have the integrity to act on it, and you have to learn from your mistakes and grow. All kinds of stuff. Like there was a Walt Disney book that I read when I was a kid. It was the Three Little Pigs, and basically there's there's these three little pigs, and the first pig he built his house with straw, and the big bad wolf blew his house down, and then the second pig built his house with wood, and then the big bad wolf blew his house down. So the big bad wolf ate the first pig and the second pig, but the third pig he built his house with bricks. So then when the wolf tried to blow his house down, he can blow it down because the third pig had a solid foundation in his life. So then what happened is the big bad wolf went up on the chimney and went down, and the pig already had a fire, and the big bad wolf burnt in the fire. So I want to go on like further with what I'm talking about. I don't believe God is like a vengeful God, a punishing God. I don't believe he has vengeance. I believe he's well balanced, and he knows what he's doing all the time, and he always does what's best. And I don't believe he has anger. I believe anger is more like a human attribute. I think he's more emotionally well balanced, or well balanced. He has the balance altogether. But if we do things that we know we're not supposed to do, then we have to face the consequences. So in a way, when you look at those consequences that you have to face for doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing, it's kind of like God's wrath. It's like God's wrath on humanity, or on planet Earth, or wherever. And then then if you wanna change something because you see what's wrong with you, so you decide to change it, then your karma kind of shifts. And if you're powerless to change certain things, then you can ask the universe to help you change that, and your karma shifts. It turns into something else. So for example, resentments, like when someone says something that hurts us, we could get resentful, we could get angry, have animosity, but it's us that's suffering. So in a way, even if we're angry, or we have animosity or resentments, it's our responsibility. You can't blame other people for that, because it's you that feels that, it's you that experiences that. So eventually you have to lead yourself to a point where you're taking care of your resentments, and you're not just blaming other people. A lot of people are resentful their whole life. A lot of people will hate someone a really long time, or a lot of people will drink and use drugs a long time because of their resentments. And it really is like a lack of responsibility. It's a lack of integrity in that respect. So that's like another principle that you can adopt. So I'm talking about the basis in our life, like my inner source. And the basis in my life has to be solid in every way, or I'm going to suffer more. Or maybe I'm not going to get what I want. You know, it's, something I want might come along and I'll fuck it up anyways because my basis, my foundation is not strong enough. So then the last thing I want to talk about in regards to basis or foundation is our inner voice. No matter like what anyone else says or what you're thinking or what you're feeling, I really believe you have to be strongly in tune with your inner voice. Because me, what happens sometimes in my life is I'm thinking certain things and I think I'm being inspired by God, but it has nothing to do with God. I'm just thinking those things or I'm feeling those things. So then, like, instead of believing these thoughts that are telling me that God's saying this and that, I have to tune in to my inner voice. And sometimes it's not just my inner voice. Sometimes I have to tune into my inner voice, my inner truth, and my inner conscience. Because there's all kinds of thoughts I'm getting all the time, all through the day, all through the night. I'm feeling all kinds of things all the time, and it has nothing to do with truth. But one thing I'll ask the universe, again, or God, is to help me see, feel, and know the truth at all times, and to grant me clarity in my confusion. And finally, what I ask God is to guide me thoroughly. I love you guys. Till next time.